What's up, Guru Gang? Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. I'm Yoda Guru. Come on in, sit, stay, relax, put your feet up, grab a couple snacks, have yourself a alcoholic beverage, your choice, your prerogative. My sanctum is your sanctum, and enjoy my reaction to episode number 14 of the hit sci-fi series created by J. Michael Straczynski. That's a hard name to say. Babylon 5, and this episode is titled TKO. So I think it's going to be involving boxing in a sense, so fighting. So let's not waste any time and get into the reaction itself. Before we do, if you enjoyed any of my content, whether it be my Inner Sanctum channel or YG Anime channel for all things anime, link right up there. Check that out, how to support both channels. And like I said, if you enjoyed either content for either channel, make sure hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell in order to be notified of any future videos being posted on either channel. And when it comes to all my links, they're all located underneath this video in the description section, especially my Patreon. The link to it for my early access for any videos that you have not seen as of yet. When it's posted eventually on my channel, but you get early access for those who have want to check it out before it's posted. Only $3. You can check that out, and yeah. And in any case, with that said, let's get into episode number 14 of Babylon 5. Title this episode TKO. All right, here we go.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Jewish gentleman.
It's not every day you meet a man with such an interesting calling. Same here, Rabbi. Take care.
A Jewish rabbi. Garibaldi seeing everything.
My, slappers. Well, the med lab.
Nothing gets past Garibaldi. Doing something illegal.
Island Pair at 10:15 for you. Dealing
Uh-oh, behind you. Oh. The dude. Walker Smith. Old friends with Garibaldi, and the dude that was talking with the Jewish rabbi.
Wasn't pretty, but it brought me passage back to Earth and a boxing license.
I know, I saw all your fights, man.
He was a boxer. Okay.
You believe what they said about me?
No, but I'd still like to hear it from you.
It's a long story and a wet one.
Oh, scandal.
To make some connections. I'd say we hook up in around 30 rounds. Am I going to space out? Or are you drinking water?
Nothing but. Gave up the rocket fuel a while ago.
All right, you always were a lousy drunk.
I recall our first meeting. You were about 9 sheets to the wind and taking apart a whole of people in Fortune City.
Until you've been a shot stick over my brain pan.
Catching up on old times.
To start a beautiful friendship.
Open.
Susuch. It's so good to see you again.
Rabbi Kozlov.
You used to call me Uncle Yosel.
Uncle.
You hear about Papa?
Yes. Andrei's death was a great
yeah.
sorrow for all of us.
Your father.
His funeral. You weren't there.
The station was in a crisis at the time. I couldn't get away.
Of course, you're a military officer in an important position. Duty must come first. You sat Shiva here.
I haven't sat Shiva.
But it can still be done.
Mourning? Russian Jewish mourning
My duty's
service?
been extensive. It's been several months. There's no point.
I see. You will have dinner with me tonight.
Of course.
You've done well, Suzuchka. Andrei was very proud of you. And so am I.
Thank you, Uncle Yosel.
The number one contender for the title.
That's when it came down. Sport Corp had invested a bundle in the facade.
So they told me it wasn't my time yet.
They said they would make it worth my while to retire for a few years.
So you told him to stuff it.
And I wasn't that polite about it. Is anything they could do?
He deserved a title shot.
They framed you?
Like a picture. Doctored my blood test to make it look like I was popping adrenals.
Ooh.
I haven't been able to get a legitimate fight in 2 years. So why'd you come to Babylon 5?
To make history. Be the first human to fight in Muay.
Muay.
Are you out of your skull? You know what Muay Thai means, trial of blood?
Snappy.
It's a meat grinder. No rounds,
Garibaldi
no rules,
knows
no
about
gloves,
it. How dangerous it is.
5 aliens have been killed in there, and 10 times that number have been crippled.
I was dead when they took my title shot away. Me to fight
Walker's going the alternate route. He himself in another fighting genre.
I
I am Rabbi Yosel Koslov.
What can I do for you, Rabbi?
I'm an old friend of the Ivanov family, and I wish to speak to you about Susan.
Uh-oh.
Ever seen?
Going behind Ivanov's back.
You are aware of the recent death of Susan's father?
No. When did this happen?
A few months ago. I understand she was speaking to him from here the moment he died.
She never said anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. The rift between them became greater.
She wanted distance from her family, especially her father.
Susan has traveled a hard road, Commander. Worried about her.
How can I help?
It is Jewish tradition to mourn the
Yeah,
dead
Russian
by
Jewish
sending ships,
tradition.
so that family, friends, and
Time of mourning.
community.
And Ivanova hasn't given properly mourned.
Susan has not done this.
Hmm.
And I believe it would help her accept her father's death. And his life. Grant her a few days' leave.
Certainly. She can take as much time as she needs.
Hmm.
Thank you, Commander.
Ivanova's not gonna like this.
How are things back home?
They change, they stay the same. Russia is Russia.
Your father used to say, if regret could be harvested, Russia would be the world's fruit basket.
I remember.
He would have liked this place.
I invited him, but he always refused.
Is that why you won't sit Shiva?
Shiva.
No, I told you my duties won't allow it.
Yeah.
You spoke to the commander?
That's not good.
This fine man.
You should not have done that.
I'm a rabbi.
My father always tried to control my life when he was alive. I don't need anyone to take his place now that he's gone.
Well, that's not good. Oh,
Susanchka, please, I didn't...
made a mistake.
You know, you're demented. You can still call us off.
Relax. All I have to do is find this Mutado character.
Runs to show what I'm in. This place
It's only for Mutare.
Ooh.
Relax, ET. I'm looking for the Mutado.
What a way to make a great first impression.
Humans do not fight in the Mutai.
Ooh.
Go back to Earth. Walker Smith. Who the hell are you?
Oh, that's who he is. Oh. Prejudice against humans participating.
Go back to Earth.
Yeah, he believes that humans don't belong in their sport.
It's not
damn snakehead caught me by surprise.
That snakehead is over 90 years old and fought in over 1,000 Mutai.
You knew
Ooh.
who he was all the time?
Hey, look, these aliens may be just snakeheads to you, but the Mutai means something to him. You treat it like a tank fight. Oh, come on, man.
Garibaldi is giving them respect. Oh.
Who in the hell are you?
I am Caliban. I wish to fight in the Mutai.
Oh, he's gonna try to get him in.
Already been turned down.
There is another way. But it must be done properly. With respect to require great courage.
Help him find a way in.
Keep talking.
Okay.
You wish to see me, Commander?
Yes. I wanted to offer my condolences on the death of your father.
Thank you.
I'm granting you indefinite leave to sit
He was granting the leave for her.
That won't be necessary. Return to my post?
No, you may not.
She doesn't want to go. I think she shut off her feelings when it comes to opening up. When it comes to her father.
As your friend, I'm telling you, it does no good to bottle up your feelings.
Yeah.
Your father's dead. You need to express your grief or it'll eat you up.
She hasn't really expressed her grief at
I
all.
appreciate your concern, Commander.
All her issues with her father.
Your friendship. My feelings are my own. And how I display them, or not, is my choice.
Susan, before you make that choice, make sure you know what it is you're really feeling.
Words of wisdom from Sinclair.
So what are you gonna do now?
Really don't know. Maybe I'll get some bouts in the off-road circuit. Or maybe I'll hang up the gloves for good.
You're kidding.
Retire.
The show ran fights tonight. That's what they call the champion time. I have a couple of ducks. See you tonight.
All right, but if this is some kind of hose job,
It might be. Ooh, definitely like UFC and MMA combined.
Into
sands of blood comes Lucar of the Drazi, the bravest of his race. Now comes the Shorin, master of the Mutai, bravest of the brave, Gior.
Gior. So that's the top guy.
Respect and courage. The Mutai, begin.
So it's like, that's their... Alright. Yep, that's our top guy.
Who's brave enough to challenge such a one?
I am.
Oh, Walker.
Are you nuts?
That's his way in.
By their rules, the Shogun accepts a direct challenge. I get to fight. No matter what
Ooh. He wants to prove himself. If he can't do it in a boxing ring, he'll do it here.
Your people do not walk in the sands of blood.
They fear the Shogun. But I am the bravest of my race.
He's throwing down the gauntlet.
The Shorin.
So just bring it. So it just says just bring it. He accepts the challenge.
Is accepted.
Yep.
In 3 cycles, the Mutai.
So in 3 days.
Why do you do this, human?
Ooh.
You are not Mutari.
What's your problem, pal?
You, all of you, you intrude upon our world. But humans have no place in the Mutai.
Ooh.
It is ours.
Okay.
And we will not let you dishonor it. Not now. Not ever.
I will be leaving in the morning.
Unless you change your mind about this.
It's not because I've ceased being a Jew. My father was not a loving man. But in his own way, I always felt he loved me. Until my mother began the Sci-Fi treatments.
I think it was emotionally distanced from his daughter.
You cannot blame me for it.
I don't. I blame him for denying me his love. I needed him, Yossel. He wasn't there.
Or that emotional distance.
My father wasn't there for me.
She was craving his father's love, but never got it.
So I left.
Without forgiveness, you cannot mourn. And without mourning, you can never let go of the pain.
And the emotional and struggling fight that she's going through.
You cannot run away from your own hearts. Not even space.
Thank you for bringing Sandoval. I'll see you before we leave.
She's been running away her whole life until that time she arrived. Everything caught up with her.
Did well after that.
You're about Calvin.
He's the one who told me
About challenging the show.
Calavant.
What's your angle, pal?
I too once challenged the Shorin Gior. It was my last Mutai.
Oh.
I was stand Katao.
Garibaldi will also
So
stand
stand
Patel
Katao
to
to
me.
me. You must honor the Mutado before you get. Listen very carefully.
Uncle Yossel?
Susan, I was afraid I'd
miss you.
Shalom, Susan.
May God keep you.
It was a disappointing visit for him. Flashing back to the message she received from her father, her last message.
I'm sorry. And I'm ashamed. Forgive me.
Uncle Yossel?
Oh, okay.
Stay. Let me sit Shiva.
Shiva's back on. Ooh. Ooh. Ho, ho. Okay.
Did well out there. Rest now.
Has he got a chance?
You look quite brave.
Die trying.
Avalon 5 is about to be the site of a history-making event.
Yep. News has made it all the way to Earth.
Appears to be the first human to fight in the Mutai.
What did I tell you, Mike? History.
Walker, you're a great fighter, but Gior isn't some sport court media star. He's going in there to take you apart. You can do it.
I know.
That son of a spaceman's the best I've ever seen.
He wants to prove himself.
Best, you have to face the best. I could take the sorrow and crutches, but Gior.
He's gonna show me where my heart is.
Him to his limits.
I'll show him what's something too.
show him what a human is made of, and prove that he can stand up to the greatest Muay Thai fighter.
May I have a word?
Of course.
I'd like to take your offer of leave.
Ah, all right.
Granted. Lieutenant Commander.
Yes, sir?
I believe it's customary for friends to pay their respects during Shiva.
All right.
See you there.
Sinclair joining Ivanova. Finally paying respects and dealing with her emotional trauma.
Gathered here to help Susan seek Shiva for Andrei Ivanov. Most of you did not know Andrei Ivanov, so let me say a few words about him. He was a Russian Jew, a man devoted to logic and to reason, and above all, to peace.
It's time.
Let's do it.
For days I'd been formulating the perfect question with which to impress my idol. The time comes and I stand up, I'm trembling. He promptly said that it was the most foolish thing that he ever heard, and he had no intention of bandying words with a bourgeois little twit who was barely out of diaper. And he said that his daughter was neither bourgeois nor a little twit, and had been out of diapers for many, many years. Of course, I was mortified. As we walked out, he said to me, "It was a good question. Do you shake?"
Into the sand.
Time. Let's get ready to rumble.
Luca, Smith of Earth.
The top guy, Muay Thai.
Fight with courage and respect.
There you go.
The Muay Thai in.
Let's get on. There you go.
Inside, work inside.
Careful of the corner man. Get up, dude.
Stay clear, stay clear.
Oh. There you go. There you go. Oh. Oh, he's bleeding. Oh. You made him bleed. Oh.
Watch the kick, watch the kick.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Back up, stay clear.
There they... Yeah, take him down. There you go.
Though it's traditional to recite the morning prayer in Hebrew, I would like to read it in English tonight, so that my good friend Jeffrey Sinclair may share it with us. O God, full of compassion, who dwellest on high, grant perfect rest beneath the sheltering winds of thy divine presence. To Andrei, my father, who has gone to his eternal home.
I think that finally broke her reading that. She's finally opening up emotionally. Finally crying. She needed that cry. They're killing each other.
What are they saying?
They call him the Great Heart.
The Great Heart. They're chanting for him now. Walker. It's a good sign. They're respecting Walker now. It's a draw. That's respect, showing he proved himself.
It is done.
Well, they both won in a sense. Proved himself. Uh-oh. Want more? Ah. crowd's behind Walker. Smith. He's respecting now. Proved himself to be a worthy opponent for a human.
Thank you, Uncle Joseph.
You write or comlink or whatever.
I will.
Commander, there's Gadol.
Take good care of it.
I'm ready to go back on duty soon.
Good. I had my fill of double shifts.
You sure you can't stick around for a while? Now that you're not in training, I know some spots in Ground 6 we can haunt.
I heal better in real air.
Walker Smith, you fought well in the Muay Thai.
Hmm.
From now on, humans may enter the ring as brothers to all Mutari.
Unaccepted. Alright. He's one of them now. Showed us some respect.
If you ever return to the Mutai, I will stand Gatal.
I wouldn't want anyone else.
Safe voyage.
I'll be forever connected.
Garibaldi, thanks.
He's made a name for himself. It's all over now.
Watch your back.
Lived to tell the tale. Survived the Mutai.
He fought bravely.
Best I've ever seen.
Alright, episode number 14 of Babylon 5. Title this episode TKO. And it's a tale of two fights in a sense. One that's physical and the other emotional and spiritual. The one that's physical is with an old friend of Garibaldi's, a prize fighter, a boxer that went through an unfortunate scandal that led him to going to wanting to fight in the Muay Thai, and it's kind of like an alien version of MMA and UFC. Unfortunately, they don't allow humans. It's kind of like a prejudice against humans, and then Walker has to prove himself, and in order to do that, he needs to, thanks to someone who is like a trainer in that style, advises him to challenge the top guy, and he does, and he ends up fighting him, and then he lives to tell the tale as the first human to enter the Muay Thai, and it's just basically him proving that he can stand toe to toe with the best of the best, the top guy with the against all the hype when it comes to what the Muay Thai is all about. It's all about fighting the best of the best, and him as a human needs to prove that he's one of the best, and he does. But it comes out to a draw, and out of that being able to prove himself, he gains the respect of not only the head promoter, but the fans that come to the Muay Thai fight, that respect is much earned, nearly killing each other to the point of death. But yeah, they were able to fight to the point of being respectful of one another, and he's accepted into that ring. He traded one ring for another, and now when it comes to the other fighting battle of boxing sense, is the emotional and spiritual of Ivanova, who never really dealt with the emotional with the death of her father. She's been distancing herself from her father's death, and what he stood for, about how she tried to run away from the feelings and the trauma she's felt with being emotionally distant, of craving that love she's always wanted from her father. But he's always blamed. I think it blamed Ivanova for being going to join the military, which he dislikes. He's a man of peace instead of man of war, and I think it's because of that emotional distance. because of a mother's death, a sister's death, and there's like a anger that they that never resolved itself, and thanks to some encouragement from not only her uncle, Russian Jewish uncle, and Sinclair, she was able to finally make amends and resolve those issues and finally open up and emotionally. And she did that much after saying that, reading off concerning the English version of for Sinclair's sake, she was able to finally break down and emotionally cleanse herself, spiritually cleanse herself from all that she's been keeping, harboring inside, and letting go of her past, and finally absolving herself from the pain and trauma that she's been dealing with. So it's like a fight that she's been able to win finally after just her whole life just trying to run away from it, and be able to knock that out, and with a blow of being able to uh, just be free, knock out all that's been harboring, all that she's been holding on to for so long. So yeah, now she's finally free of it, and she finally won that fight. And it's kind of like Walker and Ivanova are in share a commonality, but in different aspects and viewpoints when it comes to the spiritual and emotional battle fight that she's been going through, and the physical that Walker has, and to prove himself to be a worthy opponent in a sport that he is the only one that's going to be possibly accepted in, which may end up having more humans in it, or who knows. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode number 14 of Babylon 5 TKO. If you enjoyed any of my content, whether it be from my Inner Sanctum channel or YG Anime channel for all things anime, link right up there. Check that out. How support both channels. Like I said, if you enjoyed either content or channel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos being posted on your channel. And if you're watching this ahead of time, tip my hat to you. You become a member of Early Access on my Patreon, $3. And all those links located underneath this video in such a section. And yeah, tip my hat to you. Fist type high five. May the force be with you. And until next time for episode 15 of the hit series created by J. Michael Straczynski on Babylon 5, right? Later.